even doing an addition rule of probability, where P of A union B kind of thing we tried finding out. That too, when the events are mutually exclusive versus the events are not mutually exclusive. When they are not mutually exclusive, we said P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. And if they are mutually exclusive, that P of A intersection B will be 0. So it has got upgraded to just the sum of the individual probabilities. And also how to solve the problems of addition or union using the Venn diagrams kind of a concept. Now, the other couple of things that are there in this chapter of probability are: assume that occurrence of one event. Let's say I am having 3 red balls, 5 green balls in a particular box. I don't know which ball I have picked up the first. I have picked up some ball, one ball out of these 8 as a first attempt. Now, if the question is, what is the probability that the second ball that is picked up is a red ball? I don't know any information about the first. Now my question would be, what is the probability that the second ball that is picked up is a red ball? Now what is happening? If the first ball was a red ball, assume that the first ball was a red ball. What is the, so I would be left only with 2 red and 5 green in my bag. So the probability of the second one being red is 2/7. Assuming that the first one was green, I would be left with 3 red balls and 4 green balls. So the probability that the second one is red is 3/7. Now what is happening here? The probability of some event, here if I assume the first thing is one event, picking up on the first ball is one event, picking up the second ball is another event. The probability of the second event, it is dependent on the first event, dependent on the outcome of the first event, right? Whereas on the other side, let's say if the question is, what is the probability that if a coin is tossed, what is the probability that the second toss is a head? It is always 1/2. It is nowhere dependent on the first toss, right? Because the coin, so there is no dependency between the first toss and the second toss. Whereas in this case, there is a dependency between the first pick versus the second pick, right? So wherever we are talking of the dependency between the two picks, the second one dependent on the first one, or any, but let's say we are talking about recession and our economic stage and unemployment, right? Probably when I talk about, okay, the probability of high unemployment will be more if the economy is in a recession state, whereas the probability of high unemployment will be less if the economy is in a good state. So what is happening, that if relation is coming up into the probability. If the first ball is a red ball, then the probability of the second ball being red is 2/7. If the first ball is a green ball, the probability of the second ball being a red ball is 3/7. So if that, so wherever such kind of thing comes into picture, where given some event is already occurred, given that the first one is a red ball, what is the probability that the second one is a red? Then what is that kind of an event being said? So as